So since we're done with the formal stuff, I thought I'd come back and just explain the cards a little bit. You can't let anyone tell you what you love, and you can't let anyone tell you what partnerships are right for you. Things that to others may feel like a lost cause are your most important love or your most important work partnership, or perhaps your most important friendship. And then there are other partnerships that hold you back. Maybe they don't believe in you. Maybe their luck just doesn't mesh with yours. And you're starting to pick up on that. Mercury will go retrograde across from you. And it will make you think about what you really want out of love, not what you could get. But if you could choose the perfect mate, if you could choose the perfect chemistry, what would you do if it showed up? What would you do if you believed so deeply in something that it became true? For the next 4 weeks, you are so beautiful. Well, you're always beautiful. But you can attract anyone, everyone. It's so important to reevaluate every partnership and every new step you want to take in the future. Who comes along? How much more can your business grow? How much more can you grow? And who's not making room for that evolution? Who's not believing in you enough? That's all we have, really, is our belief. The most important being the belief that we have in our own value. What is worthy of us? It's hard to know which relationships serve us well when we're not really sure how we're supposed to be treated. You can't go by what feels good. You have to wait for what is good. The time for being patient is over. Now it's time to make decisions. Now it's time to meet people. Now it's time to fall in love. It's time to be happy. I know the past couple of weeks may not have seemed that way, but it's all out of the way now.
Hi Taurus, welcome to the second part of your reading. Man, you guys always get the good stuff. You just gotta wait a second for it. It's raining. It's a national holiday. And it's just so relaxing. Even if people had plans, they don't have them anymore. So, what's it all about? Judgment. You may feel right now for the past few weeks that life has been very tough on you. That you have been judged. That you have been dismissed. That the universe isn't paying attention. And then there's another part of you that says, how dare you? Things are going relatively well. They could be worse. But you can also see how your optimism slides towards pessimism as each brick falls. Don't worry. It's supposed to be happening. Ace of Swords. You have had, once again, so many toxic connections that you have built up and then built your life around and on top of, that the only way to get them out of your life is to upend your life. Two of Wands. It's time to move forward. And yes, part of that is going to be having to let go of some stuff. Having to let go of not the toxic stuff that we're always talking about. Taurus, let go of this is not a time to let go of toxic stuff. This is a time to let go of things that you genuinely like and don't realize are toxic. That's why it's hurting so much. When you fill your life, Taurus, with people, things, projects, whatever, that needs you for its survival, it ensures it. It ensures your, what cows and bulls do, it ensures your sedentary existence. You're going to stay in one spot and you're going to let these things continue because they're built on top of you. But what you have to realize is that you're built on top of them. You're using them, needing you as the foundation of yourself. And so as those connections, for whatever reason, get taken away, then you start to wonder what you're built on top of. But welcome, because this is actually a wonderful place to be. You see that Two of Wands and then the Six of Wands? Good. And then the Ten of Wands? Perfect. That's what we want. No, you don't know how to navigate this. And I can tell you a million times that Taurus, in having to deal with Uranus these next few years, is probably the worst equipped to do it. And possibly why the best to have it in your hands at the time. Try and look at it like that when things get too crazy. Let me explain. What Uranus is doing now is bringing change on a fundamental level. Fixed earth change. It's the kind of power that other signs couldn't handle. And you are, in some ways, you are the wise steward of that changeover. So we know it will be done right. It will be done with great heart and compassion. And that does come at a personal price. And we talked about this when we first talked about this transit and what it was going to do to your life, as well as what it would do to the economy and it's all happening in that we said that it would be completely unpredictable. We knew that when Uranus came into Taurus that it would be a time where our money system would be upended. Many of us thought that that meant the rise of cryptocurrency, and of course it may still mean that. But I don't think we could have predicted that it would be the devaluation of currency everywhere because of a pandemic. So that's Uranus. It's going to give you what you think you're going to get, but in a way that you never saw coming. And oh boy, if that's not happening in your life right now. And is there a way to sweet talk you into numbing you so you don't see that that's happening? No chance. So you've been the agitated bull, running at any little sound, horns down, ready to kill for the past couple of weeks, because what the hell is going on? And now I'm telling you this parable of patience. What is the Parvati energy? Navratri is starting soon, so it's a good time to tap into it. But what is it? It's the patient prayer and meditation of a being that is so deeply in love and of love that she realizes her full potential. Parvati doesn't know that she is the reincarnation of Shiva's wife. She doesn't remember. She just knows she loves him. And everyone's like, you're nuts. And Shiva's like, I'm not going to pay attention to you. And she's like, yeah, but I know. I know how I feel. When you let people need you too much, your feelings become a liability. When in fact, your feelings are a superpower. I think you would really like the Frida reading, the Cancer one, and I think it really applies to you guys as well, so I think you should watch it even if you don't have Cancerian placements, because it's very similar stuff we're talking about. You, like Cancers, have the ability to really pull things into existence with your feelings. They can do it with any feeling. You can do it through a deep sense of love. But Nine of Wands and the Hangman, first you gotta figure out what your love is stuck behind. The Hermit. What is it that all these different things that have happened the past few weeks, what is it as we go into Mercury retrograde across from you in your house of relationships? So is it going to get easier? No. It's going to get better, not easier. What is it the Hermit wants to know as the retrograde begins that holds you back? What are you hiding? What are you hiding behind? What are those things behind him there that you just refuse to see, and you know they're there, but you've not acknowledged them for so long, it's like you don't even know they're there. Do you see what I mean about the Parvati myth? It's like she knows. She knows there is something there. She's like, I don't want to marry anybody else. I don't care if like he doesn't acknowledge me. I don't care. I just know what I know. She doesn't know why she knows. She's forgotten the truth. But that doesn't change the feeling, and the feeling is the road back to the truth. Yeah, well, if you're going to wait, weeks for your reading, I didn't want to do your reading while you were going through that period. Because then I know everything that's going to come up is going to be like sadness and anxiety and this and that. But you already know that. You're already doing that, and it's necessary. But here we are, and you can make Scorpio season so, not even Scorpio season. As soon as Mercury goes retrograde, I'm like, it's Scorpio season. You can make this Mercury retrograde season so incredibly productive for yourself. You can heal. So you're not running towards the next thing. You're not putting off what you're really feeling and going after the next sensory pleasure. No, you're legitimately just healing and feeling good and just attracting every single fucking person around you. You just wait and see. I know you don't feel it just yet, but just wait and see. You may still be in the chrysalis. You may still be getting your wings. You may still be feeling those 2 first cards there. That's okay. We know where you're going, and it's somewhere really, really, really great. You can see it here. You can feel it inside. You just got to get that belief up. Get some meditation going on. Really tap into that Parvati, energy. Get grounded. Oh my God, I love you. Can you just remember that, by the way, if you're like really going through a tough time? Oh no. Okay, listen. If you're going through a really tough time, or it's not even supposed to be that tough, but for some reason emotionally it just is, and you can't tell anybody about it because you don't even know how to make sense of it yourself, or you feel like you can't tell anybody because you have no one to talk to. First of all, know that you're not by yourself. You guys are all feeling this way, and I know that's not a lot of solace, but it's something. Feel that sense of commiseration with all the other bulls out there who are thinking, ugh, am I completely alone in this? Well, the good news is, you're not. You're not alone at all. You're never alone. You can take that in a creepy way, or you can take it in a fun way, but you're never alone. You gotta remember that when the guy who teaches remote viewing in the military, the guy who teaches like the young ones that just come in, when they asked him at the end of the seminar, what was the one thing about remote viewing that they never taught students, but they all know about it, he said, the presence of angels. He said, we never bring it up, and especially not to our superiors, and especially not when we go on remote viewing missions, but because they would just look at us like we were crazy and we'd probably lose our jobs, but we've all seen them and we all see them all the time. And it is the sole reason that we can't hurt people when we remote view and go into the astral. We can't push people off buildings and we can't kill people because every person has these 2 angels who prevent harm in the astral. And you've got to just assume they're with you all the time, and they just show up as energetic beings in the astral. They can be seen in that dimension, but not in this one. Or maybe that sounds too something for you, but that's not really the point. The point is, you are protected. You are loved. You are not by yourself. And whatever is happening now, whether it's just internal turmoil and emotional pain, or it's the first pangs of hurt that come with healing, or you just feel like everything is against you, doesn't matter. You have to understand that you're going to be fine, and actually this is going to make you a better you. And who thought that was even possible? Oh my God, I love you. Everything's going to be fine, don't worry. All the links are below. Happy Halloween.